Double H, double H, double H, double H, double H, double H. It's the kid, it's the child, it's your one, it's the main dude trying to live, trying to exist, trying to stay alive, trying to be the best guy that I can be, man. Guys, what up, man? Hope everybody's doing well. Hope everyone is doing all right, man. Remember what I'm going to have a good show. Yes, guys, I'm going Hawaii, man. Let me wear my ring. So what's this going to be about? This is going to be about life. This is going to be about this stream is about life. This stream is going to be about the Alamagni, Guten Tag, Scheiße, Guten Tag, Scheiße, Guten Tag. I've got water. I've got my cookies and so forth. Remember, guys, on the Half Hope Sort, we are going to be dropping the top 10 graphic novels of all time. Me and Machine, we're going to be doing that tonight from 11 p.m. BST. So, guys, because the fun never stops on the Half Hope Hot network. The Half Hope Hot network is big. It's huge. It's huge. There we go. I think that's a little better. So, this is about the Bundesliga preview. But before we get to the Bundesliga preview, let's look about where things stand. With regard to we're gonna chill, relax, chill. It's your boy H, it's your boy Half Up, okay? Yes, I get it. Call me Brick, induct me, say all you want. You don't have any subs, you're not moving any subs, say all you want. Your insults just make me stronger. All right. I've always had a chip on my shoulder. Ever since I was young, I'm the youngest of four. Always had a chip on my shoulder. Your words only make me stronger. But we're going to talk, before we get to the Bundesliga, we're going to talk about Lautaro Martinez, because word on the streets is that your boy wants Barca. Your boy wants Barca. Your boy wants Barca. And we're going to try and we want to dissect that. I want to dissect that and try and say, Lautaro, is this the best move for you? Is this the best move for you? Before we even get to Lautaro Martinez, before we even get to flipping Lautaro Martinez, man. So guys, yo, man, the whole gang is here. Before I even get to that, I want to address Pedico. I want to address Pedico very quickly, because I think some people are wondering what happened. I decided that enough was enough, and I decided to perhaps temporarily ban Pedico, because what I realized from Pedico was instead of engaging in a footballing conversation, he's trying to build up his own brand as a character and caricature. And for me, that is the essence of being fake. And if anybody knows me, I despise and I loathe fake people. People that are not real and genuine. They make me sick. And what I found during the Hangouts was Pedico was just trying to play character, just play into a character. I said, okay, so you can't be different from everyone else. So everyone on the Hangouts is coming seriously with a footballing agenda and a footballing thing. So this is not about disagreeing. I disagree with pretty much everything that Sean says. I disagree with everything that I disagree with a lot that Machine, Sean, I actually disagree with a lot of what people say on my flipping hanger, hence why we get into so many arguments. So I love disagreements, but what I don't like is you're coming in here with stuff that is just off the rails, away from the conversation. And again, Machine has his own issues with Messi and everything, but Pedico's thing with Messi, okay, so no, this isn't real anymore. This is a weird kind of agenda that you have that is non-footballing. It's now somehow personal and weird. So for Pedico, if you want to be this caricature character and so forth, fair enough. Build it up upon yourself. But for other guys who actually want to actually do footballing discourse and everything, those are the guys that I am willing to help. So that is why I did that, because I just think he was bringing down the quality of the Hangouts, and I just think it is unfair for the Hangouts members who are flipping amazing, Because I mean, the guys on Saturday are saying what's up to the guys on Sunday. Those Saturday dudes are saying what's up. I mean, the guys on Saturday are bloody amazing, So the guys on Saturday and the Sunday are flipping amazing. So I think it is so unfair that you hear so many amazing arguments, so much amazing footballing knowledge being dropped, and then there's this one guy who is on something different. It brings down the quality. It's unfair for the Hangout members. It's unfair for you guys, the live audience, because again, you're just having a guy who has a messenger, and anybody who comes out and says that Ansu Fati is better than Messi and Messi is useless and Messi is not even the best player in Barcelona, then do you? Because what you're doing, I can't bring you on my channel here, because what you're doing is you're bringing down the footballing quality of my channel if you say those kinds of things about Messi, because I have my issues about Messi. But there's no way you're going to hear me out of my mouth say Messi is anything but the best player on that Barcelona team. So that's fair. So back to regular programming. Lautaro Martinez, guys. So your boy Lautaro Martinez wants the move to Barcelona. And from what I'm reading, again, these are multiple sources. Multiple sources have said that Lautaro Martinez, and I'll bring it up. Actually, let me bring up that whole thing. Bring it up. Multiple sources that Lautaro Martinez says that he's only going to move if it is to Barcelona. So let me just share this so that you guys, I'm not lying. So yeah, Barcelona wants to away from selling Lautaro. Martinez claims Lautaro Martinez declines. Lautaro Martinez, Barcelona or nowhere. And I think Football Espana is pretty good, because I follow Football Espana on Twitter, so those are pretty good. Inter striker Lautaro Martinez only wants Barcelona transfers. So, and the alert I got on my Bleacher reports from my little iPad here was that like Inter Milan are now they've now accepted that Lautaro Martinez wants to leave. So this makes things interesting. And as I thought about it, I'm like, it makes sense. I want to maybe revisit how he would fit into the team. But I said to myself, you know what? This makes sense because of one guy, Messi. For at last, thank you. Build lineup is back. Thank you. So it's back. Sorry, easy. Sorry. Let me do this. Sorry, guys. I'm just trying to figure out something. Okay, well, cool. Okay. So let's just have 5 rather. So my thing here is this: is that oh, it's so hard picking their flipping color. I'm sorry, guys. Oh no, that's not their color. All right, let's just do that. So my thing here is, it makes sense. He's Argentine, Messi's Argentine, and they pretty much want to. He wants to work with Messi, and I think obviously him playing with Messi for the Copa America, maybe they grew close and so forth, and they're very much into getting a striker. But the key question is, Inter Milan are not just going to give Lautaro Martinez away if they're not going to get something back. So we're looking at maybe a swap deal. I've seen something about Giroud. Guys, relax, But this is a huge loss for Inter Milan. Let's give Lukaku credit. Let's give him credit. Are we going to deny that Lukaku hasn't been quality because of what did it today? Thank you. So are we going to deny that Lukaku hasn't been quality because of the work that Lautaro Martinez has done? I think Martinez as a supporting striker has led to why Lukaku has been so good. And as I said again, I've said many times that Lukaku and Lautaro Martinez, I think, have formed one of the best double teams ever. They've formed one of the best double teams ever. So I do feel that this is going to that this is definitely going to affect Lukaku. Unless they can get somebody that can do what Lautaro Martinez does, I think this is going to desperately affect Lukaku. So either Conte has to totally restructure the entire team. And maybe we'll actually look at it now as well. So maybe either they have to restructure the entire team, or they will have to look for a Lautaro Martinez replacement. Now, maybe I ask you guys, can you name me a Lautaro Martinez equivalent in the world right now? Because last I checked, Dennis Bergkamp doesn't play any longer. So can you name a Lautaro Martinez equivalent that Inter Milan can go and get? Because I think this is a huge. This is bigger than just Martinez's goals and his assists. It is losing that, the output, but also losing what Lukaku brings. A lot of what Lukaku was able to do was brought about by the existence and what Lautaro Martinez was able to do as well. So, Firmino isn't a that's a good shout. That's a good shout. He isn't a support striker. He's a false nine, and that's a different kind of thing. And see, people say, no, I am not overrating. I'm not saying that Lautaro Martinez is this amazing player. No. But the role he plays, Firmino isn't an amazing player. But the role in which he plays, not many people play that role as well as he does. So it's not about the individual quality. It's how well he plays the role. You can play a role really well without actually individually being tier 1 or upper tier 2. So Firmino, I just don't think would be able to do the kind of work that he does. Because if Firmino is to come to Inter and you want him to be the best, he has to now play the striker's role. But that striker's role is now Lukaku's role, and Lukaku cannot play the restrictive striking role. Now, you see, that would work. That would work, just as they won't get Griezmann. Are there any Barca fans in this live chat? Barca fans in this live chat, three hands up. Would you do a swap Griezmann for Lautaro Martinez? I'm just putting it out there. Would you, if let's say Inter said, all right, cool, it's gone. We give you Lautaro Martinez, you give us Griezmann. And it's just a swap. No cash. Guys are struggling for cash. Cash drops say, all right, no cash. Cool. We know we're both struggling. We'll give you Lautaro Martinez, you give us Griezmann. That's for you, Barca fans. If it's me, I take that swap deal. That's just me. Zlatan or Lewandowski, depends what you're talking about. If you're talking about who's the better player, I will say Lewandowski is. I think Lewandowski is just, I think all Zlatan has over Lewandowski is what he's won and his legacy in terms of his career. So just like the summation of his medals and everything. But I think Lewandowski is the better goal scorer, the better striker, and all around the better player. But just like Zlatan just has, you could argue that Zlatan has had a better career and he has had better achievements than your boy Lewandowski has, because Lewandowski, you can't keep hiding in one flipping place, yo. Some guy said Diogo Jota doesn't play the same role. So let's bring up a whole tactical thing now. I know this isn't Barca's kit ball. Screw you. So what's going to have Messi? Going to have Messi up in there. I know, guys. Chill. I'll change the number. Relax. So this is the cannibal. Normally have Griezmann in here. So this is why you say, how does this dude fit in? This is why I say that you do a swap deal for. So you have Griezmann in there. All right. So are they playing with a 3? So let's say they're playing with a 3. This is probably how you'd want them to roll. So Griezmann plays off of Cannibal. Messi has that kind of free roaming role in there. So that's the 3. And obviously the three in midfield are so you have Busquets, De Jong, and either Arthur or Vidal. So if I'm bringing in Lautaro Martinez and you want him to really be at his best, he has to play this role. He has to play this role, and he has to play this role that is there to play off of and support the cannibal. And because this is his best role. This is Martinez's best. Obviously, Messi is given the free. Remember, Messi, we find Messi even in this midfield here, so he can even say, well, what's up? Because if you now say, okay, you're bringing him as a striker, and let's say, okay, we want him to come in as the kind of long-term replacement for the cannibal. I'm like, okay. So you have Martinez in there, then you have Cannibal, they have Griezmann here. This just wouldn't work because this role is a different kind of role. And I think the way that Martinez plays, I don't think he plays very well with his back to goal. And in this kind of position here, you have to know how to play well with your back to goal and really have some good upper body strength to really go up against tough defenders and so forth. So I think how it would work is you have to have Martinez up in here like this. And you have to have the cannibal. Unless you want Barcelona to sacrifice another person in midfield. So what you want to play like what 4-2-4 or something is like so it's because you have to have and rolling with a 3. So it's going to be tricky to see how a Griezmann would work in this team. Braithwaite. You see, but are the Barcelona still on with Us? Because a little birdie told me that the Us apparently is not part of Barcelona's long-term plans, which I find crazy. But they're apparently saying that the Us is not part of his long-term plans. But it is what it is, man. It is what it is. I mean, because I've said this many times, like the Us is too talented for Barcelona to let go. And I think for me, I would try and fit the Us into that team somehow, some way. But it's just like if Martinez is now going to Barcelona, I don't know how he fits in. I'm not sure whether that is the player that they need. What Barcelona need is a replacement for the cannibal. That's what they need. They need a replacement for the cannibal. And Martinez isn't a cannibal. Martinez isn't giving you 30 to 35 goals a season. He's not. He simply isn't. And that is what a peak cannibal gave you. That is what a Eto gave you. They were giving you, that's what a David Villa gave you. They give you like 25, 26, 20. They were high volume goal scorers. And high volume goal scorers that could work in the Barca system. And if we now look right now at Inter and how Inter can roll, so you still got Lukaku in here. And see, the key thing, forget this, guys, is you need a guy who is there to support him, to support Lukaku. Now, Lukaku has played out wide, but I don't think that is his strongest position. And I think if you're putting Lukaku down in here deep, he can play there, but he's not too strong in there. So unless he wants to change the entire position, you need somebody who knows how to play at this area of the pitch and knows how to work well with Lukaku, which is why Lukaku and Martinez had such a great 1-2 to punch. And I just think it's unfortunate that we'll not be able to see that yet game, because it was great seeing the double helix in them. Haaland, easy, bro. Guys, can we just go easy on Haaland? So yeah, so my thing here is it seems as if Martinez is going, man. It seems as if Martinez is definitely going to go, but and I think even more was even saying it again, like, is Martinez a Barcelona player? It's not like he's not a Barcelona player. He is not a Barcelona player for this generation. So you see, like, there is this. See, when you just say a Barcelona player, like, the way that the Dino Rijkaard team played is very different from how this team plays. The way this team plays is pretty different from how the Tiki Taka team played with Xavi and Iniesta. So coming into this team, I don't think Lautaro. I'm not sure whether he would walk. And who knows? I just look. Messi has some so maybe Messi says to his people that, look, man, this guy's Argentine. I know this kid. This guy's an up and coming kid. I saw him. I played with him at Copa America. He's a great attacker. Can score. What's it called? Look at the kind of amazing goal that he scored at the Camp Nou. So he might be like, you know what, get me in there, man. But again, I don't really know whether he's really the right dude to be brought in. So let's now go over now to the Bundesliga, man. So we're back, guys. We're back. The Bundesliga is back in a flash, man. Let me actually bring up there we go. The table is in there. So for this weekend, we'll have Dortmund, Schalke, Augsburg, Wolfsburg, Düsseldorf, Paderborn, Hoffenheim, Hertha Berlin, Leipzig, Freiburg, Frankfurt, Mönchengladbach, and on Sunday, Cologne, Mainz, Union Berlin, and Bayern Munich. And you see, BT Sports want to bring me back. BT Sports want to bring me back because BT Sports have said that every single game will be available. Damn right as well, because everything is behind closed doors. Because I always say that to myself that, wait a minute, if all the games are behind closed doors and fans can see these games, surely you should be able to have a thing where we can view all the games. And remember, BT Sports, I think, are like literally BT Sports are actually the official partners of the Bundesliga. So BT Sports have exclusive rights to everything Bundesliga. So even if you don't view the game live, they show you footage of all the Bundesliga games. And I think they've had this since like 2013 or something. So but just look at the table right now. So Bayern Munich looking pretty good because see the thing about this was, I think this was before Hansi Flick came in. So before Hansi Flick came in, things were looking pretty crazy for Bayern because Niko Kovac was there. Team wasn't doing so well, and I think they were like maybe 6 or 7 points separating like first and seventh. But this is still pretty close. This is still pretty close because what is it? So it's 6 points between fourth and first. And what's that? 57. And that's like 8 points between it's only 8 points between fifth and first. We already know what the Premier League things are. So only 8 points between fifth and first. So there is still very much all to play for here. And what I want to see, and I think the thing that is most fascinating coming into these games right now, is what these teams will look like. How good will they play? How cohesive will they be? What has the training done? Because nobody has played a competitive, full-scale 90-minute match since mid-March. Nobody's played a full thing since mid-March. That's the one thing. Then, of course, the bigger thing, even beyond the football, is you hope and you pray that nobody gets any kind of positive cases or any of that stuff. But what are they doing here? Because I think Dortmund are facing Bayern pretty soon. Let me just see. So Bayern, and I don't know whether it's in a few weeks, but there we go. Right there. So pretty soon. So 26th of May. Oh my God. Wow. I'm just clocking in how they're congesting all the. Oh my God. What? So, yeah. So basically, guys, there's like football every day. There's like football every single day. Oh my gosh. So, because do you know what this is? This is, again, I must stress is I hope and I pray no one gets any positive cases. I hope I'm not getting any positive cases. But guys, this is an amazing advert for the Bundesliga. Because guys, trust me, the entire footballing world will all be tuned in and glued into the Bundesliga. Just think about that. The entire world and everybody is going to be completely glued in totally to the Bundesliga right now. So remember how we always have these I'll get to the Balotelli comments. I'll get to the Balotelli comments. You know how we talked about how, which is the best league, which is the worst league, this and that. So right now, the only say, oh my gosh, with the world watching us, now we can just so people now learn more about who are these Mönchengladbach guys, who are these Mainz guys, and see how the Bundesliga is, because the fact of the matter is that during normal times, before this whole pandemic, all eyes were on the Premier League and La Liga. All eyes were on the Premier League and La Liga. Nobody was watching the Serie A or the Bundesliga. Nobody was watching this. So everybody was La Liga because it's Barcelona, Real Madrid, and so forth. But really, Premier League, that is the league that is the most watched league in the world. But I think this is good because, again, for me, I try to watch as much football from as many leagues as possible, just to give myself like a good kind of understanding. So everybody will be watching this now. So what you may get from this, if hopefully, I must keep saying this, hopefully we come out of this is, guys, you know what? If my team isn't playing, like let's say I'm like a United fan or like I'm a Tottenham fan. Okay, my team isn't playing. I've got BT Sports. I've got some time. Yeah, actually, let me watch some Bundesliga, because I actually enjoyed watching the Bundesliga when I saw it before. So it's going to be crazy. It's going to be crazy, man. So the EPL's first match is Man United versus Spurs. Gets in. But Saeed is, because what I heard is product restarts, which is what the Premier League are doing. That the whole product restarts thing might be delayed. So they're saying that the whole product restarts thing might be delayed because there's still some people who are still fearful of going forth, which is why everybody's going to say, let's give this like 2-3 weeks and let's just see what's up. Because if let's say you have 2-3 weeks, you have guys pause, then what's up? But then, guys, I was reading something again today, and I think someone said, and I think this was the WHO, the World Health Organization. They were saying that we may just have to contend with the fact that we just have to live with this disease. We just have to live with this disease, that this disease isn't going anywhere. So we're just going to just have to try and live and exist in a world where this disease is now a normal place. And there's nothing else that we can do, which is quite scary, which is quite unfortunate, but it is what it is. It is what it is, man. But yeah, man, this is wild. So we pop off on 16th, 17th, and 18th. Then 19, 20, 21, 22. 4 days later, 23rd, 24th, 25. 2 days later, 26th, 20. Oh my! I mean, this is relentless. This is relentless, man. It's just football upon football upon football. Wow. Then first, yeah. So you can't. So you won't go more than 4 days before you have a match. And I think someone even mentioned this in the comments. 5 subs, which is great. I think, because before I was about to say, okay, 5 subs, okay, yeah, I get it. But now when I see this, I now understand why they're saying 5 subs. Because the fatigue is going to be crazy. Because you see, this is different from basketball, where in basketball, I think in basketball you can have like 4 or 5 games in a week. But in basketball, you have rolling subs. You have rolling subs in basketball, but in football you're playing 90 minutes. Because so in basketball you're playing I think it's 36 minutes. You're playing 36 minutes, man. But in football it's 90 minutes. 90 minutes back and forth, huge pitch. So fatigue is going to be huge. And remember, again, so I am so interested. Thank you. Timeouts. Thank you, Estras. Timeouts as well. That's key. Those have timeouts as well. So Because again, let me ask you, you guys, are you cool with the 5 subs or would you be cool with rolling subs? I don't want rolling subs. I mean, even if it could help, I don't want to rolling subs because that messes with the ethos and fiber of football. But I think 5 subs is cool. No. You see, I love that you came across and you asked this. 5 subs should never be permanent. Do you know why I like 3 subs? And I think I learned this from playing Football Manager. 3 subs, it makes things difficult. 3 subs makes things difficult. And the beauty about football is the difficulty of the sport and how it's about you really have to think about every single thing that you're doing. So 5 subs is too, for me. 5 subs, then that's too much. That just makes things far too easy. 3 subs, like, see, with 3 subs, you have to really be very careful with your substitutions. You have to be very, very careful with your substitutions and how you utilize and you implement your substitutions. So 5 subs is needed for this. Like for this fixture congestion here, 5 subs is needed because those are a lot of games back to back. And Martin, you're my source. So Martin, Martin is my secret source because Martin knows someone who knows someone who knows someone about when this Champions League could come back. So I don't know whether, Martin, you want to reveal to the group or you want to just keep that to yourself because Martin knows many people. So Martin has his ear to the streets because this could be very similar to the CL. Okay, could be very similar to the CL because then guys, we are keeping our fingers crossed with the Champions League potentially popping off in a few months. Keeping our things fresh from the Champions League, maybe popping off in a few months. But so, and I think another aspect, and this just maybe what I wanted to ask you guys, I think I posed this question. Is it the same without fans? We're desperate. And guys, I'm desperate. I'll take anything. I'll take anything right now. But just as a larger question, you see, having it with like having no fans as a one-off, it is what it is. But now having like to watch a multitude amounts of games and several games without fans, is it really football? Without that atmosphere, can you still call it for football? Is it still the same? And that is just the big shame because again, what makes Dortmund such a tough team to play is their crowd. I don't think Dortmund beats PSG behind closed doors. And you may call that crazy because no, it's crazy. Dortmund's fans are a 12th man. Liverpool's fans are a 12th man. But I think those are the ones that really. Galatasaray's fans are a 12th man. The Boca Juniors fans are a 12th man. So there are certain clubs where you're not just playing those 11, you're also playing the crowd as well because the crowd, they create such a intense atmosphere that really lifts and G's up people because 1000% I will put every bit of cover I own. Fans elevate the performance levels of players 1000%. That cheer, which is why people do this. Why do you think our players do this? Like, because that energy helps you to even our good friend Christina. Whenever Christina is doing, guys, how many times have you seen Christina go like, come on, boom, boom, because that crowd thing makes you go further. You take that crowd thing away, it's now solely football, which is cool because, guys, at the end of the day, we're not here for the fans. We're here to watch these guys who are the very best of the best of their craft. But my thing is twofold. It's the fans are extremely important for the atmosphere. I hold my hands up, guys. Don't tell anyone. A lot of football matches I watch, I watch it with the sound off because I like to just concentrate on the tactical aspect of the game. So I actually watch a lot of football matches with the sound off. But still, so it sounds where like I want to get the atmosphere and everything. Boom. I don't think a Champions League final without fans can work, and that's another discussion to have. But I just think but that's one side. It's that whole thing of like Dortmund, their fans are an extra lift. Their fans are an extra lift, and I think so. Is that home or away? When it's a home game. It's a home game. Now, I believe Bayern would throw it out there. Looking at how Dortmund have been playing this season, would Bayern Munich beat Dortmund if they had fans? Bayern Munich are beating Dortmund behind closed doors, 100%. 100%. Behind closed doors, without no fans, Bayern Munich are easily beating them. With fans, it's a different game. I was so happy that happened. With fans, Bayern against Dortmund is a different game. It's okay to play for. You're right. It's 12 minutes each quarter. 2, 4, 6, 8. Yes, it's 12 minutes each quarter. So it goes like 11, 15 a year. Sorry, yeah, it's 12 minutes each quarter. Yeah. I mean, the commentators have to come and pick the commentators. Even if you bring the best of the best, even if you bring Fabio Caressa or you bring flipping what's his name, dude, is it thinking more? Even if you bring the best of the best, Martin Tyler, the best commentators can still not fill the gap of fans. That atmosphere is unique. The atmosphere is unique. Like the San Siro, like those things with the songs that are sung, them blowing up the flags and everything, that is football. That is the very fabric of football. So a very crucial element of what makes football, it will be missing, which is what the fans do, man. You have to understand what I'm saying. Hence why I brought the point of the Champions League final. For a lot of games, if it's just like if it's a regular ass league game or something, or like a quarter or something, I watch with the sound off because the commentary is garbage and can mess with my mind, and I just want to concentrate on the game and not be sort of like influenced by what garbage the commentators say, because a lot of commentators say garbage. I think I'm going to watch a Champions League final, Nations Cup final, Euro final, Copa America final, or World Cup final with no sound? Are you sick? Heck no. Because a final is, okay, this is the event. I don't care what the commentator is saying. I need the events and all the sounds and everything of this major final. So that's what I need. So, but you see, that's what I think all of you guys are saying, like, okay, how can you watch it without? Look, man, it's only bad. I operate like how I operate. And there are times when I don't do this all the time, but in other times I watch without sound. And when I watch without sound, and that is what I actually say to a lot of people. I think there's something that me and Terry was to say is when you watch without sound, you concentrate more. You don't know how much you get influence of how you see the game by the commentators. Because there's so many times that a commentator will say, oh my God, look at how well this guy's playing. I'm like, is the guy playing well? But the times when I'll watch a game with no commentary, I'm watching it cold, and then I have a different assessment of who I thought the brick of the game was, or who I saw that dude was, because you see more. You see more and you concentrate more when you don't have sound. It's a very good thing to do, man. So yeah, Aguero. It's all about Martin Tyler, man. You see, you see, Ray Hodgson might be needed. You see, like I was saying, like there's no coincidence that can fill in anything. See, my thing about this is that would it be weird and awkward if you just have some dude screaming like he's having 5 orgasms and there's no one cheering? Because I don't know whether you guys remember this. So this was the second leg. The second leg. This was the second leg. Atalanta against for Valencia, and this is obviously the game that was in Spain. I think this was the game in Spain, and I think it was back and forth, guys. I mean, Ilicic was going crazy, and this Valencia guy scored a goal that I think made the deficit like 2 goals. And when this guy was running back, he was doing this, but then he then realized that, oh gosh, there are no fans. So it's basically just say, yeah, come on. I was like, oh wow, like there are no fans. So, but that's just like a natural thing to do, man. So it's crazy. And members live chat I will try and bring it back probably next Thursday. But I'll try and bring it back next Thursday because I think it's just I've been busy, but I'll probably try and do it tomorrow. Watch this space. So just keep looking at the community tab because I will always post stuff in the community tab. So if you look in the community tab, I will, thank you for reminding me. Yeah, I'll try and do it tomorrow. And now tomorrow we'll do a members only live chat tomorrow. So just look in the community tab page for that. But yeah, no. Look, see, I just want to see how it will feel because, as I said again, watching games behind closed doors as a one-off, it's cool. It's cool. Watching like 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 games behind closed doors is wild, especially when it's such a big game, like a Dortmund and Bayern Munich, when it's such a big game and there are no fans. I'm like, but it is it is what it is. But I think what I've always said is, I want to see people's recovery times. I want to see 1,000%. Bayern Munich cannot play as well as they played before they went on the break where they did that dirty to Chelsea. By the way, guys, there's still a second leg. So because there's still a second leg at the Allianz. So 2012 lives, 2012 bloody lives. But yeah, I just want I want to just see what guys look like physically, the physical shape they're in. You cannot tell me every single player has been doing the proper amount of training for these 6 weeks. You can't tell me that. There are guys who have been eating. And before you mention Zad, last I checked, I believe Zad was looking extremely trim. He's looking extremely trim. So Messi and Barcelona better watch out because the last time we saw Zad, he was like tier 1. He was like the best player on the pitch against PSG. So if you allow Zad to come back and he's looking in great shape and he's rested and he's eating his veggies, oh my! The streets aren't ready. The streets aren't ready. Yeah, guys, yeah, keep mocking me, you pricks. Keep mocking me. Give me my second leg. Chelsea are not out yet. Give me my second leg. It's only 3-0. I am holding on to hope. I'm holding on to hope. And if things come back, and that's why I want to look specifically at Ban, Union Berlin. Let's see if Union Berlin say what's up to Ban on Sunday, guys. I think we're in. If Union Berlin say what's up to Ban on Sunday and Ban are looking shaky, I think we can do it. And when I mean we, I mean all of us here because we are all behind Chelsea. We're all behind Chelsea's efforts of getting that CL a treble. Your boy SC said, HH, can you do a Martial vid? Thank me later. I'll put it on the list. I'll put it on the list. And look, I'm a fan of Martial. I'm a huge fan of Martial. Although, can Martial truly flourish under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer? Can Gordon truly say Martin Tyler was good in the early Premier League days. Jury has bossed since 2020. No, I mean Peter Drury is pretty good. He is pretty good. But Guy Mob, but for me, I think what's the name of that guy? Something more. Is it there's a guy who is literally the OG. Brian Moore. Is he dead? Oh snap! Is it Brian Moore? I think it's maybe it is Brian Moore. Okay, I don't know. Really? Or maybe it's not Brian Moore because there was one dude that was Martin Tyler. Oh yeah, Martin. Oh, yeah, Aguero. No, but guys, if you want to hear amazing commentary, obviously the obvious one is Dennis Beckham, Dennis Beckham, Dennis Beckham, the financial. But there's that. But guys, look up Fabio Caressa. I think it's Beppe Bergomi. Fabio Caressa, his commentary for basically his commentary throughout Italy's World Cup in '06, but his commentary for Italy, Germany, it's one of the greatest things ever, you know. Grosso, 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 gol di grosso. But also, who was the guy that said, Risa, release the Kraken? And of course, you've got Endgray. Steven Gerrard, what a hit, son. What a hit. Man, English people are wild, man. English people are wild, man. Let me see super chat. Oh, let me get that. Let me get that. Let me get that. Let me super chat. Yeah, no, I got the super chat, bro. But oh no. If you want to talk about commentary, nothing beats Arabic commentary. I don't care what anyone says. Nothing beats Arabic commentary, man. That is just off the flipping chain because Arabic commentary, those are guys go that, Allah. Because when Arabic commentary go to those levels, it's not. Basically, they make it like it's the end of the world. They make, and you know the I think it's either Arabic commentary or South American commentary where like they'll be saying where I'm like, oh, it's a goal. But literally, a guy just made a pass. And all that's happening is guys are just passing the ball around. I'm like, oh my gosh, is that a goal? But like, I'm like, whoa, jeez. People said, "Are you on down?" We are. We just have to set it up. We just have to. We have to. But we are doing a watch along of Juice Man. We're doing a lot watch along of Juice Man. But no. Nothing is beating Arabic commentary, and that is why you see, bro. Like there is nothing like the commentator shouting "goal" and the fans exploding. Do I really want to see a Champions League final behind closed doors? Do I even want to see a CL semi behind closed doors? God forbid a World Cup semi behind closed doors. God forbid. You know, even a Euros. That's why guys, imagine if the Euros was behind closed doors. Obviously, it wouldn't happen because Euros is all over Europe. But it's like, imagine that. So I'm so happy that the Euros were deferred to next summer, man, because man, if they were behind closed doors, oh, that would have sucked big time. Oh, so Euros are 2021 and the World Cup is 2022 in December. So no, it's not commentary, no, but no. If I was to Arabic commentary is tier one, man. Bested. Mr. Just Bested, man. Look, bro. Please react to Neymar. You know, I already know how good Neymar is. Nothing you will say to me will change the fact that he has to win a World Cup. Neymar has to win a World Cup. That's how it is. And not only win a World Cup, he's going to star and influence a team to a World Cup win in the way that Daniel did, R9 did, and all these other dudes. He has to. Like, I just got done watching Beckenbauer, you know, and they're just doing like, I was watching this Beckenbauer on FIFA TV. You know, this guy played with a dislocated shoulder in the 1970 game against Italy, and this dude goes like, guys today are soft. Guys today are sissies. Guys today are losers. He played with a flipping sling today, so I need Neymar to say what's up in a World Cup. So you can show me all the skill sets and everything, and there's nothing you can show me that will change my view on Neymar. I already know Neymar is super skilled, and there are times I've said skills-wise, Neymar may be the best, but ability is one thing. It's about no. Now, what can you do? What can you do? Is Neymar more skilled than Okocha or charisma? Can you see the kind of stuff that he does? So he has to win a World Cup. If he doesn't win a World Cup, your legacy is looking sketchy. Your legacy is looking very, very sketchy indeed. He said, Euros and Copa will help us understand how strong the teams are. Yeah, no. I mean, look, because I think the Copa America has now been deferred to next summer, which is why, this is a great tester. Before we even think of a Euros or a Copa America going through, we have to look at this test run. Because the big thing is, and this is the ideal thing. The ideal thing is, can we hopefully by next summer get to a stage where we have fans in stadiums? That's what we need. We want to be able to get to a stage, get to a period, get to some sort of a time where we have fans in stadiums for the Euros or the Copa America. That's what we need. That is what we need, and that's what we hope for. So this is all in stages, because it's like, all right, everyone is cool here, everyone is cool, and we're now slowly easing off lockdown. Let's really now bring fans and now bring people in, man. So, man, this coronavirus, man. I told you I built a wing for the coronavirus, man. I mean, if you look on the Hufflepuff's website, I built a wing for these clowns, man. No. Charisma is coming soon. Charisma is coming soon, because look, I said again, guys, Charisma was a crazy dude, man. And the thing always goes that Charisma was the guy that was more talented. Charisma was more talented than Cristiano, but Cristiano worked harder and therefore had a better career. But for guys like us, hardcore football enthusiasts, we remember these dudes, like a Robinho as well. What the hell did Robinho do? But we still remember these dudes. So it's because, again, like, how many guys have been able to score a goal with the outside of their foot, outside the 18-yard, into the top corner at a World Cup? I think, yeah, he did it at a World Cup. So no, it's not. I mean, like, the stuff that Charisma was able to do was stupid. Stuff that this dude was able to do was absolutely stupid, man. Yeah, basically, fans in stadiums ain't happening till a vaccine. Yeah. And the question is this: would you take it? Would you take a vaccine? Because there's this conspiracy theory of, like, what are they putting in a vaccine? What medicals are they inputting into you? So my question to you guys is: if you were offered a vaccine, would you take a vaccine? Would you trust your government that what they are giving you is there to help you or cure you, or there are specific things in there that can actually use to F you up or maybe control you? When will we get a vaccine? Because I'm hearing end of 2021. I'm hearing 2022 to get a vaccine. So if we're saying that, that means you're going to have a years behind closed doors. It's like, it is what it is. But an international tournament behind a Champions League behind closed doors is weird. An international tournament behind closed doors, I mean, it's that's crazy, man. That is pretty crazy. From Jack A, man, thank you for the super chat, dear sir. Thank you, bro. Will the tournament of AFCON, Copa America, and World Cup finalists be a good idea? Um, that's the Confederations Cup. Yeah. Correct me if I'm wrong. That is the Confederations Cup. The Confederations Cup is the defending World Cup champions, the Euro winners, the Copa America winners, and the AFCON winners. But I think what they do is, if let's say the defending World Cup champions are European, then I think it's either the European finalists or they just negate that and they just say the AFCON winners, Copa America winners, and also you also have the Oceania. So basically, the Confederations Cup is the country that is hosting the World Cup, the World Cup winners, I believe Euro winners or finalists, Copa America winners or finalists, African winners, Oceania, Asia or Oceania winners, and that's what it is. So yeah. So it's unless you're asking something different. Let's ask something different. I believe that is what it is, man. So yeah. Okay, yeah. So I was right. Yeah, that's Confederations Cup. Yeah, that's what it is. Which I always found that thing a very good tournament. That's I don't know how seriously people take it, but I've always found that's a really cool tournament, man. Yeah. So basically, look, I got told about this quote, man. About Balotelli saying that he wants guys to all banter together and so forth. My thing is, as soon as I was sent this quote, I checked the source and I checked Balotelli's Twitter and Instagram. Now, before I even say anything about this, I need verification that this came from Balotelli's mouth. Because all I see are from some obscure sources, and I haven't seen anything in reference to it on Balotelli's Instagram or on Balotelli's Twitter or any of his other social media accounts or him giving any interviews on this. So the instance is a very wild place, and people say a lot of crazy things and put quotes into people. So anytime a quote is said, I need the actual person that quotes to back that quote up. I need that to happen. But if it is true, it will be an amazing thing. If African football players can all come together and band together and help to lift up things in Africa, I think it's great. But as I said again, I need to know whether Balotelli actually said it or whether it's just made up. So you have to tell me whether there's any veracity there, man. So just back on this whole thing, man. So where are Schalke on this table? Because obviously Dortmund Schalke is obviously the big game. Because who are Leipzig playing? Freiburg. I'm like, who they like Freiburg, man? Flipping Freiburg. Where are Freiburg? Yeah, Freiburg are 8th. So yeah. Because remember, so this is a derby, Dortmund Schalke derby. And so Dortmund are 2nd, Schalke are 6th. Actually, why is this a derby, by the way? I want to see why this is a derby. Let's educate ourselves, shall we? So the Revier Derby. The Revier Derby is a name given to any association football between the two clubs in the Ruhr region, also known in German as the Revier, a contraction of Bergborevier in North Rhine-Bodø, a local derby between other road teams. So we see, but almost always refers to the derby between Schalke and Borussia Dortmund. Let's see. Head-to-head ranking. So notable matches. First, oh my God, was in 3rd of May 1925 that Schalke won. Interesting. Overall match statistics, man. So, oh, that is interesting. Now, that is very interesting. So Schalke have 32 wins. This is between. So this is during the Bundesliga. This one it was called the Bundesliga. So between the Bundesliga, 62 to 2019. Schalke have 32 wins, Dortmund have 33. But overall, if you take everything overall, Schalke have 71 wins and Dortmund 61. That is interesting. That is interesting. Actually, this is what you want to actually Bundesliga past winners. But I think there was a period where there was like 4 or 5 seasons in the Bundesliga where like 4 or 5 different teams won. Okay, let's see. Union Berlin actually won wow, 1905. All right, let's see. Okay. So this is Bundesliga now. So Bayern. I want to see how many. So I remember there was a period where. So yeah, I think no. Was it this time? So yeah, Stuttgart, Bremen, Bayern Munich, Dortmund, Bayern Munich, Kaiserslautern, Bayern. Yeah, I think this was around this time here. So you had Bayern win, Werder Bremen, Stuttgart, Wolfsburg. It was wild. But wow, I mean, look, basically Bayern Munich have just so Bayern Munich have won the last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So they're going on to their 8th. They're going on to their 8th. Oh my god, man. Also I think basically Nix and Devil were busy. They had to do something else, man. They had to do something else. So Nix and Thingy were busy. So can I watch? I mean, it depends what watch along you're referring to. Because I am going to be doing a watch along thingy for like tier 1 members and up, and where we'll watch a key match. I may actually do one that's open for everyone and so forth. So maybe I'll do one where like tier 1 members can actually choose which matches they want to see. So I may do a football watch along for open to the people. But obviously, first come first served because only 10 people there are allowed. But if you're talking about the movie watch along, half a movie watch along, that happens every Wednesday. It happens every Wednesday. And if you're a member, we all decide what things you want to watch, man. But yeah, man, look, man. So yeah, I'm looking forward to this, because again, I told you I canceled my BT Sports because I was like, look, man, like what was those points in me having it? But I may have to re-energize my BT Sports account, if things are going to pop off. If things are going to pop off right now on BT Sports, I think I may have to re-energize it because things are looking things are looking tight. Things are looking tight. Things are looking tight, and I just hope that you don't have a thing where 4, 5, 6 guys get ill. If a football player gets seriously ill, and God forbid, like a football player actually dies from this, because if that happens, football is a wrap until further notice. Because that for me, I'm like a pessimist, so I always look at the worst possible scenario, so I'm prepared for it. So I'm saying that the worst possible scenario is, if we have a case where people get really sick, or one player gets really sick and just screws it up, things could then get really bad, man. Then it could be it could be a wrap. Talent versus hard work. Talent is a base role requirement needed to even enter the frame, but hard work can give you a career. You can have a career with hard work and little talent. You can't have a career with talent and no hard work. It's impossible. You can have a few games here and there and everything, but top level football is so demanding, both physically and tactically, that if you're not going to work hard at your role, learning your role, understanding your role, understanding the instructions that you're given, you're not going to have a career, or you're not going to have a worthwhile career, you know. But it's like, it's complicated because I can't do anything with 11 untalented players. They can work as hard as they want and they can run as hard as they want. At the end of the day, I need a player to do something out of the ordinary. I need a player who can do something extraordinary. So that's the thing, man. And just off note, this just as a side note, I personally cannot wait until like Messi and Ronaldo retire, man. I really, that is going to be a great day. When these guys actually retire, that's going to be a truly great day, man. That's going to be a truly great day. But yeah, but just back to the whole thing with Bundesliga. Like, I wanted to see how Leipzig recover, because Leipzig were top of the table for a while. And guys, Leipzig were never winning this league title. I remember some people saying, "Oh my gosh, what if Leipzig could?" I was like, "No, Leipzig were never going to win it." Because as soon as Bayern got back on their game, it's a wrap. And I think once Timo Werner dried up, it is what it is, because Timo Werner is really the main goal scorer for Leipzig. Leipzig is just an extremely well coached team. But we go back to our whole talent versus hard work thing. Everyone on that Leipzig team works like crazy. When I watched some of the games, and I watched the game against Tottenham, I was like, my gosh, these guys are so flipping well coached and so well organized. That can only take you so far. But a Lewandowski, a Gnabry, a Thiago Alcantara, these are guys that can just win a game like that. And you need those individual players who, still not going out well, 1-1, you can come up with something out of the ordinary to say what's up. Come up with something out of the ordinary to say what's up. So on Silver Spring Man, thank you for the super chats. How does Lautaro Martinez fit in at Barca? He doesn't score enough goals, so he can't be a lone striker, and he isn't a winger. Well, if you were here at the start of the stream, that's what I was saying. Lautaro Martinez's strongest role is a support striker. The way that Barcelona play, they don't have a support striker. Case in point, what is Griezmann's strongest role? Support striker. And we've hardly seen Griezmann play that support striker for Barcelona. Hence why I said that a great swap deal for Inter Milan would be to get Griezmann and give them Martinez, because Griezmann would work very well for the system that Conte plays. I don't know where Martinez fits into a Barcelona setup, because I don't know how Martinez as a support striker will help and improve Cannibal Suarez. And also, the way that Barcelona play, they don't play with the need of a support striker, because everything is fluid. In Conte's system, it's more rigid. But in the Barcelona system, it's much more fluid, with guys coming in and out of positions. Nobody in Conte's teams gets given a free role. You all have your specific roles and your duties. But once you have a Messi given a free role, and you just see for Barcelona, there's a lot of passing, a lot of movement around, Martinez now has to understand the psychology of how Barcelona move the ball around that is a bit more diverse and a bit more open and less linear than what he's used to under Conte. So I don't see how it works. And as you said, rightfully so, Barca need a goal scorer. Is Martinez going to come up and say what's up in critical games in the Champions League? Because again, we go back to that game again at Liverpool. The chances were there. The chances were there at Anfield. But you didn't have a clinical player to put them away. And you can't expect Messi in every single game to come out and score that winning G. So yeah, man, I don't see how it works, bro. I don't see how it works. So back to this whole thing. So the Bundesliga thing, man, is so yeah, Leipzig. Again, for me, I think this would have been a nice good break for Leipzig, for them to reacclimatize themselves, and especially for Timo Werner. I don't rate Timo Werner. He's a decent striker. See, Timo Werner I think he's suffering from De Jongitis. And what is De Jongitis? De Jongitis is football Twitter saying that you're this amazing player when you've not really done anything to achieve that status. That's what I call De Jongitis. Like the guy that championed and created De Jongitis was Frankie De Jong, a guy who people keep telling me that is the greatest midfielder of all time. I'm like, I'm watching the games. I don't know what this is. So, but maybe this rest time has given time for Timo Werner to refresh and come up big because, Leipzig are still there. So Leipzig are 5 points is not that big. So yeah, 34 games. So so these guys, they've got 9 games left. 9 games left. 9 games left, So basically, every point counts. So for Dortmund and Leipzig cannot afford to lose any points. And I think what Dortmund wants is so they have to beat Schalke. I think that's going to be a tough game. They've got to beat Schalke, and then they have to beat Wolfsburg away. Because what they want is coming into Tuesday just behind Bayern with 5 points. Because I think Bayern will win there against Bayern will beat Frankfurt, and Bayern will lubricate Union Berlin for sure. Because what you want to see, you want to see an exciting title race. So I think it will be great. It will be amazing if, let's say, Dortmund are 2 or 3 points behind Bayern Munich. What you don't want is for Dortmund and Leipzig to be like 7, 8 points behind Bayern when Dortmund meets Bayern. What you ideally, so if Dortmund win their games, Bayern win their games, and Dortmund are like 4 points behind Bayern, and Dortmund can win that, it's now down to 1 point. Makes for a very good, very amazing title race. But again, I don't know how much I can trust Dortmund. Dortmund are very hot and cold. Like Dortmund can either be supremely amazing, where everything is working out amazing well, or they can be just horrible. And again, look, and I love watching Sancho. And who knows? And Haaland is looking all right. Speaking of Erling Haaland, so are we still on Erling Haaland is going to be the next big striker? Let me just say that out there. Are we still on that Erling Haaland is going to be the next big great striker? Because yes. But just remember, De Jong came before, so that's why I think it makes sense for it to be called De Jongitis rather than Haalanditis. So I still say De Jongitis. So because Erling Haaland, can I please have a season? I don't care how many goals you scored in a flipping group stage CL. I don't care how many scores in group stage CL because last I checked, a 17-year-old Mbappe scored in every single knockout game in the CL for Monaco. 17 years old. That's where you should not say what's up. And he said, you know what? That's cool. I'll give you a World Cup and the World Cup final goal, and I'll score 2 Gs while Messi's on the pitch in the World Cup quarterfinal to help my team come back. So that's the prodigy. But for Haaland, what have you done? Like the biggest thing he's done were those 2 goals against PSG. I'll give you that. PSG are a bunch of losers, so PSG are the biggest chokes. So what has Haaland actually done for him to be called this great player? He is a very decent striker to me. He's a very decent striker to me. So I just need him. Give me a season. Give me a season, or better still, come up clutch for Dortmund right now. Come up with the key goals. Again, look, a perfect thing for him is, as I said again, if Dortmund can win their games, you're now coming into the game against Bayern Munich, and if Haaland can come up with a winning goal or key goals against Bayern, that's another huge dub. Because 100% yes, look, that second goal against PSG was outstanding. That was an absolutely outstanding goal that he had against Thingy. But second leg, they needed you in the second leg as well. Like let's keep it real. He was awesome in the first leg. How good was he before he scored his first goal? But fair enough, scored those two goals. Guy was Casper the Ghost in the second leg. I'm just keeping real. He was Casper the Ghost in the second leg. He was Casper the Ghost in the second leg. You see, it's this kind of stuff that's then you're just being a hater. You're being a hater. Say all you want about Hazard and everything. That's right there is you just being a complete and total hater. It's like, guys, can you guys please get off Zad? Leave the man alone. He's trying to recover. He's lost weight and he's trying to deliver Real Madrid again. Just leave him alone. Okay, can you please leave my Zad alone, please? Okay, can you please leave? Because you guys, you're so obsessed with this dude. I'm sorry he bowled in a World Cup semi. I'm sorry he led a team to a European Cup with one of the greatest performances in a European Cup final. I'm sorry it happened. I didn't want it to happen, guys. I didn't even think it would happen, but it happened. Guys, you know what? I wish Zad flopped in that European Cup final. I wish he did. I wish Zad was garbage in the World Cup semi. Based on how you've insulted him, I wish he was crap in those games. I truly wish. I now I regret him doing those things, you know. But yeah, but back to Dortmund, man. Dortmund have to keep Sancho. Dortmund would be stupid to sell Sancho because you know what Dortmund should try and do. If Dortmund can, I don't think it will happen based on how he left. If Dortmund could bring back the Us and you had the Us, Haaland, and Sancho, now that's money. Now that's money. You know, Sancho, the Us, and Haaland, that's big. Now that's because guys, the Us is still that dude. The Us is still that dude. But guys, have you seen your boy's stats? I'm not a stats merchant. I want you just to look at this right now. Because you know how we're talking about Ballon d'Or, all this Ballon d'Or stuff and everything? Check this out. Check this out. All right, let me hit super chats before I forget. H Sancho to score a brace against Schalke. A brace, no. I think maybe a G and an A. I think a brace is going too far because guys, remember, this is a derby. This is a derby game, and the thing about it, guys, this is why I'm so looking forward to these games. What is the physical shape of these dudes? They have been in lockdown for 6 weeks. I don't care whether they've been training. They have not had a full-scale 90 minutes game for 2 weeks. So that is why. Check this out, guys. So this dude has 23 appearances, 25 goals. 6 appearances in the Champions League, 11 goals. Guys, that's Ballon d'Or 4. That literally is Ballon d'Or 4. I mean, am I lying here? That is Ballon d'Or form. Like Lewandowski is having a crazy season. He's having a crazy flipping season. I mean, that is just just that. You see, like, you know, because I think somebody was asking the question like, oh, who would win the Ballon d'Or if if we don't have the Champions League? Can we still have the Ballon d'Or? You know, because Lewandowski has to be he has to be in the conversation. That's why it's so annoying that the Champions League don't have it. Because if Bayern won the Bundesliga, which I think that they would have, Lewandowski added it to these stats, and if Bayern, let's say, got to this, Because if Bayern won the Champions League, it's over. But let's say if Bayern got to the semi or the final and Lewandowski scored it in the semi and the final, but Bayern did not win, I think Lewandowski gets on the podium. You know, I think Lewandowski gets on the podium if that happens, man, because that goal ratio is insane. Actually, wait, guys, can you actually read it, or is it small? Because it seems small for me. Can you actually read it? I don't know whether you guys can read it. Can you actually read the numbers, or are the numbers too small? I don't know whether you guys can read the numbers. Tell me if you can read it through the numbers, because the numbers look small to me. So wait, tell me if you guys can read the numbers. Tell me if you can read the numbers, man. De Bruyne has been high. Yeah, okay, yeah. It's small. It's small. It's small. Okay, yeah. I know. It's small. It's small. Actually, wait, let me see whether I can. There we go. Yeah, you see, Uncle HH, man. Uncle HH is there for you. Now you can see it. Can't you? So this is good now. Can't you see it? So you can see it now. I think this is a lot better. I told you, man. Uncle HH always has you, man. I told you, man. I'm a tech whiz. I'm a tech whiz. Martin, you're not slick, bro. Martin, you're not slick. So you guys can see it now. Hopefully. But you see, I keep telling you guys, I don't know why you guys won't listen. Using the assist stats is stupid, because a goal is a goal. Like, a goal is a goal. An assist is, was it a through ball or was it just a simple square pass? Was it a through ball or was it a simple square pass? So don't use the thing. Assist is the most fugazi, is the most false stats that you can have. I want to see what your boy Sancho is doing. So Sancho, who scored? What your boy Sancho is doing? So Sancho, that's not bad. 14 goals, 15. But again, it's the thing with assists is, I don't know, but just that because I've watched Dortmund's games, I know that a lot of those are actual assists. So that's the thing. So normally I would like, let's disregard assists, but because I've watched a lot of his games, I don't know, a lot of those ones are he's made a good critical pass. But even despite that, 14 goals. 14 goals as a winger, not a striker, not even an inside forward, but just as a winger whose prime thing is to provide. 14 goals in 21 appearances is very impressive. That's almost similar to what my guy is doing for at Atalanta. So that's almost similar. Look. Messi's stats are stupid, man. We all know his stats are stupid, bro. So actually, let me see what Haaland is doing. Let me see what Haaland is doing. What's it called? The white Lukaku. Wow. Okay. This is lying, man. This guy's 4 appearances, 8 goals. Give me a break. That's a lie, man. That's a lie. 5 appearances, 9 goals. What? Man, show me evidence, bro. Show me flipping evidence of this, man. Wesley, relax, man. Hazard is beyond stats, man. Hazard is beyond stats. Okay. All right. Neymar wins Ballon d'Or. Look how he starts the season. Do you know why I won't look at Neymar starts the season? Because he plays it in Uber Eats. And just person, this is something that you have to accept. Neymar will never sniff the Ballon d'Or for what he does in Uber Eats. He will only win the Ballon d'Or if he says, "What's up in the Copa America? What's up in the World Cup? Or what's up in the CL?" Neymar wasn't brought to PSG to win the Uber Eats. That is for granted. He was brought to PSG to win a Champions League. So every season, he is going to be fully judged and only judged by what he does in the CL. Oh, piss off! Bloody my electric bill, man. They look at these guys are trying to overcharge me for my electric bill. I don't even use that much electricity. Flipping bulb. So yeah, like Neymar and that's why Mbappe realizes this. That's why Mbappe is so desperate to move to Real Madrid. You can, even if you score 700 goals a season in Uber Eats, you cannot, I repeat, you cannot win a Ballon d'Or based off what you do in Uber Eats. You can't, because it's flipping Uber Eats. It's flipping Uber Eats, man. Come on, bro. You know, let's get really so that's what you guys are saying, man. So Aaron asks, man, thanks for back, man. Long time no see. How will Uncle Mo fare with Son and Kane back? Again, look, man. Uncle Mo has suffered. And this was a blessing in disguise for Uncle Mo. And I think that it was very much he needed those guys back. Insulting guys, I don't give a damn. He has his treble, so screw you. He has his treble and he has his record in La Liga. So insult him all he wants. Let me see whether you win a flipping treble. But people had to think about the amount of injuries Tottenham had was stupid. It was stupid. You had flipping Lucas Moura, who's like 2 feet tall, playing as a striker. Son and Kane coming back, I think, is huge. I think that is huge. And for me, I believe this increases their chances of making top, increases their chances of making top. Let's just look at this Premier League table right now. Let's look at this Premier League table right now. Or just show me the Premier League table, you prick. So, oh my God, Jesus Christ. What? 82 points? 50? Oh my God. What the hell? That is sick, man. So Tottenham have 41 points. It's not bad. They're only 7 points from Chelsea, who win, lose, and 9 games. Okay, not a lot of games, but nine games, you know. So Tottenham, but Kane and Son back is huge. It's huge because you're not only getting goals back, goals winning games, you're getting 2 of your best players back. It's like everything. Like, Uncle Mo was literally walking off scraps because he was literally walking off not having 2 of his best players and 2 of his main goal scorers. Because without them, all he has is flipping Lucas Moura, who has a worse hairline than I do. So it's hard to say how things will fare because, again, similar to the Bundesliga thing, is what will the physical recovery be? How much did those injuries take out of Son and Kane? What is their psychological mental makeup when they'll come back? But it gives them, without them, Tottenham have 0 chance. With them, I think they have a great chance of getting top 4 because that 4th position is up for grabs. I think Leicester are already gone. But that 4th position there, because Chelsea, United, Wolves, Sheffield United, even us, like, it's win, lose, you know. So it's all up in there, man. So yeah, man. No, look, man. It's going to be interesting, man. To see how this is all first, man. Okay, let's look at other guys because then since this is a Bundesliga thing, let's look up these other guys' stats, man. Gnabry, who scored? Gnabry, who scored? Come on, come on, come on, wherever you are. Surge. Oh, shut up, man. Oh, sorry, that's his shed number. How old is he? 24. So he's going to be 25 in 2 months' time. Not bad. 11 goals, 9 assists. Well, how much are those assists? But yeah, 11 goals in 19 games. 6 goals, 5 games, but 4 of those were in one game. So 4 of those were in one game, and he then scored 2 other goals in the other 4 games, then, which is still pretty good. That's still like 1 and 2. But yeah, 11 goals. But you see, actually, what has Philip Coutinho even done while he's been around here? Sorry, I know you guys can probably see this. There you go. So Coutinho, oh my God. Well, that's all right. 8 goals, 15 games. That's almost 1 and 2. That is almost 1 and 2. 8 goals in 15 games, 6 assists allegedly. And let's just see Kingsley Coman. Kingsley Coman. There you go. Well, he's been injured though. Okay, I'll be fair. He has been injured. 2 goals, 1 assist. He has been injured, so we have to be fair here. So, what has Marco Reus done? Marco Reus, who scored? Marco Reus. Marco Reus, who scored? All right. Okay, not bad. And I think he's been injured for a while, so 18 appearances, 11 goals. That's just the crazy thing. What could have been if Marco Reus didn't have any injuries? What do you think Marco Reus could have done? That's the thing. What do you think he could have done? I mean, guys, I'll do much more of a stats check tomorrow on tomorrow's Q&A. Yeah, tomorrow's the Q&A. On tomorrow's Q&A, I'll do much more of a stat check because this is a Bundesliga thing. So we're looking at the Bundesliga. Yeah, like I think Reus, man, like Reus at his peak was arguably the best player in his position. He was arguably the best player in his position, man. Because that guy played that role to perfection, man. One of the best players running at speed that I've seen. Just his balance and just how he was able to think so quickly and do things so quickly was amazing. So that's why it would be so unfortunate if he never at least gets a Bundesliga. And if not for that loser of the coach, Dortmund had the Bundesliga in their grasp. They were literally touching that in their grasp. They were right there. I think like 5 or 6 or 6 games to go. They was right there, and they screwed up, man. And they flipping screwed up, man. Wait, how do you see a guy's career? Because this is summary. Is there a thing where you can see the entire career history? Wait. No, but do they do a summation? Okay, yeah, there we go. Total. All right, there we go. So he has 151 goals. That's all right. 151 goals. So yeah, so in one season he had 17 goals one season. Which season was that? So that's the 2018. So last season he had basically his best season goal wise was last season. 2018, 2019 was his best season. 17 goals. 17 flipping goals. Let's actually see what Lewandowski has done, man. Like his oh gosh, where's the search function, you prick? But trust me, Lewandowski is a start merchant, man. Let's say for Lewandowski, man, you can't just hide him behind stats, but you have to you've got to say what's up a lot more. You have to say what's up a lot more. Okay, sorry, I don't know what. Okay, I'm doing. There you go. So wow, 29, 30, 30, 17, 20, 24. So he hits 30 goals. I mean, this guy could, it's just that there are 9 games left, but I think he was on course to break the 30 goal barrier. He was on course to play the 30 goal barrier. 290. So, damn. So he's 7 goals away from 300 Gs. From 300 Gs, man. Damn. So hopefully my guy on press can have that. Yeah, look, I think, are you saying that in 9 games, he wouldn't have scored at least 6 or 7 goals in 9 games? You know, a goal here, double here, goal here, double here. So he's never scored more than 30 Gs in a season. He's never scored more than 30 Gs a season. So wait, let me see. So in 2016-17, that was, I think, no, Pep had already left. And this was, I think, 15-16 was Pep's last season. I think 15-16 was Pep's last season, I believe, man. Is Vinicius underrated or is he overrated? Right now, he's rated as he should be, but in his prime, he was underrated. In his prime, so during the Klopp years and everything, and even their run to the CL final, which I think he was part of, he was underrated. You know, I think people didn't give him enough credit for what he did for that Klopp team because he was money for that Klopp team. You know, Dudu was money for that Klopp team. Penaldo, bro. You see, I blame you youngers for trying to from maybe a stats mention because actually this site is just that I use this site just as like just as like a side thing because I'm an eye test merchant. I'm an eye test merchant. I like stats are stupid, man, but Messi. Look, I already know what Messi stats are like. Guys, I'm not going to change my view on Messi. I've already said Messi, club-wise, is the best football player of all time. You know, I've already said that, and he's probably the greatest club football player of all time. So I get that, you know, but the thing with Lewandowski is that even if Lewandowski was, let's say, he wants to score like 35 goals in the Bundesliga, score like 30 goals, it wouldn't change the needle. It wouldn't change people's perceptions. Lewandowski needs that Champions League. He needs that Champions League. I still think that he could have done more for Poland at the Euros or the World Cup. Not win it, but why can't Lewandowski do what Dawosuke did for Croatia or what Forlan did for Uruguay? But let's but Lewandowski is going to be judged by because you're such of a high level and so forth. He's going to be judged by what Bayern Munich do in the Champions League. If, and this is a mighty if they get past the mighty Chelsea, the Allianz, which is a huge game, massive game, one of the biggest games ever. Like if that game goes through, they say like that Chelsea Bayern Munich second leg of the Allianz might be one of the biggest games in CL history, because that's like that's going to be one of Bayern's toughest games. It's going to be one of Bayern's hardest, toughest games because they're coming up against a generational talent in Tammy. You know, Tammy, one of the biggest players of all time. So it's going to be tricky. It's going to be very tricky indeed, man. But that is why Lewandowski to have a legacy where he's truly remembered, he's going to win the Champions League. Like even if he does like semis, no, he's going to win it. Because you play for Bayern Munich. It's Bayern Munich. You have to win it. That's my same thing that I say with Messi. Messi, you play for Argentina. Argentina are 2-time World Cup winners and they're World Cup heavyweights. You have to. Bayern Munich won the treble and they've won the European Cup several times. So Bayern Munich are a European heavyweight and they're one of the biggest club in the world. So you have to come up big. Lewandowski has to come up big. He has to come up big, and starting with Chelsea, man, because that's Allianz game is gonna be. I don't, guys, just give me the second leg, man. Just give me a second leg. That's all I want is just to say, just put Chelsea out of the misery. Just as long as the second leg is still available, I will still have hope. I will still have hope until Chelsea are fully put into the sword and fully 100% defeated, man. Okay, and that's my thing there. All right, guys. Look, man. I think I've got to go to it here. So, look, man. Just to round off, man. So remember, Friday is the Q&A. I think that's just from 10 p.m. I believe. Yeah, it's just from 10 p.m. That's the Q&A, and so Saturday will be, fingers crossed, we'll be having the first post-match analysis after actually, do you know it was so weird even typing those words in like blah 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 post-match analysis. I was like, oh my god. And so obviously we'll be maybe previewing the games a little bit more tomorrow, but tomorrow is mainly the Q&A where you guys can just answer your questions. And Saturday is going to be the post-match. So there'll be a post-match analysis of the Dortmund game. Then on Sunday there'll be a post-match analysis of the Bayern Munich Union Berlin game, because again, I just wanted to see how these things really go forth and everything, man. So fingers crossed, man. Fingers crossed that football can truly come back, because guys, I'll keep it real with you, man. Again, it's not like football is needed for me to breathe, but I have missed football. I've truly missed football, and it's cool watching past games and everything. But for football is just something that I think, this world, this is fully needs. So guys, stay true, stay real, and remember, Robin is still that dude. Become a Football Hut member and gain access to cool emojis on the live streams and get access to new YouTube content by clicking the join button here. And to view that new content, head over to the YouTube channel homepage and click on the community tab over here.